up, kings and queens? It's me, Big Ron, or you can call me Chief. I'm on here about to give you my opinion, my breakdown from Power Book 3, Raising Kanan, Episode 9, the Marvin spraying it down. And some people look at the thing where Marvin missed. He didn't do the hit right. I'm gonna break down some things for people to really understand, because some people who break this stuff down don't understand, that life and how things were then. Okay. Marvin had an AK. He was in a van. The setup was real smooth. He was coming around the parking lot. Unique and them were already, Unique was walking to the car. That's the key thing he was waiting for, to get him in the car. What people do not realize, when you get them in the car in a congested area, they have nowhere to run to. He didn't know that Unique's car was bulletproof like that. Or you know how when you're in the hood and you hear rumors about something, you actually don't think it's real. So that's what that point was. But I'm gonna be honest with you. I talked to a family member of mine that's in the military, and he said that if Marvin would have had enough rounds and he would have literally stopped and kept firing and firing, he was like, the windshield would have eventually cracked. But on the whole, so not so thing, he said the thing was smart. And for people saying, what about the dudes that were out there, like those 6 dudes, I'm gonna tell you what happened. This is how people don't watch the show thoroughly. 1, Marvin is coming down. He's coming down. They're gonna do a full circle around Unique and the whole where they're at in the parking lot. But he comes down, he starts letting off. He's hitting Unique's car. Bam, 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 bam. The van is turning, going in the circle. He hits the Cherokee. Mind you, 2 soldiers get into the Cherokee. When you're watching the bullets went through the passenger side, the window, and the door. So whoever was sitting in that passenger side, that dude was gone. He was toast. He got chopped and screwed, basically. That's what they called it back in my day. He got chopped and screwed with the AK. So then you look at the other guy who he jumps out of the vehicle, and Marvin lights him up. By the time Marvin's lighting him up, the other guys show up. 2 carloads. Now, okay, mind you, all of them had handguns. All of them. By that time, when Marvin and old boy get there, they're thinking about really pulling off. So Marvin shuts the door shut because he done ran out of his ammo. Now, I hear people saying, okay, they should have been in the cars, they should have followed. Hell no. You don't follow nobody that done hit you up with a daggone machine gun. Unless you got one of your daggone self. Because easily, they didn't know that. Marvin could have easily reloaded if he had another drum. Reloaded. Popped that back door to that van and tore up any car that was behind them. So yeah, that was smart for them not to follow. Not to follow. Now, it wasn't realistic for them all to be lined up standing there shooting like that. Nah, that's not realistic. That part, that was a little bit too much. Most people would have been shooting. They would have been at closer to the wall of that building, or they would have been kneel down where the car is, shooting like that, or had the car doors open and shooting like that. So the car doors will give you a little bit of protection from the waist area, the mid chest, the waist area on down. And then if you're kneeling and shooting, which I've seen it done, then the door would have been protecting them, period. So Marvin gets there, him and old boy, he basically, old boy tells him, he justified him snitching, and Marvin said, yeah, I heard. So he tried to justify, but it didn't, and he was stupid. That's that man's nephew. Do you think Do you think he's not going to, like, put you away? So Marvin literally lullabied him right. Boom. Put his brains out. He burnt the van up and he pulled off. He did everything right. Everything right. And remember, it's like this here. I know. I'm the oldest out of my, brother and sister. I'm the oldest. I'm the alpha male of the group. I got a younger brother and a younger sister. But I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. I'm gonna keep it like that. When stuff went down with my brother and sister, somebody would do something to put their hands on them. I checked it. That's what older siblings do. My sister, she's the youngest. She got the mouth. She know how to handle, stuff like that. She's the talk of the bunch. But she know how to handle regular business. My brother, he do all the like manual stuff. That's what he know how to do. Me, I'm both. I'm the head. I know stuff in the streets. I know stuff the legal way, everything. But for people to be coming down on Marvin, talking about he didn't know what he's doing, bystander, keep telling people, this is damn TV, man. TV. In real life, when they hitting, it don't be all that perfect. When you going to get somebody, it don't always go perfect. You don't drop everybody that you think you're going to drop. And when you hitting somebody like that and you going at them, 9 times out of 10, you're going to drop some soldiers first. You're going to drop soldiers first. Because they're going to be putting themselves in the front. Basically, the human shields, that's exactly what it was. Human shields. But, people breaking down, talking about, all this, calling Marvin a bitch ass for shooting at the car with the, with the little unique little 5 or 6 year old kid in there. I'm going to tell you something. Go back to the episodes. Go back. And I'm going to put this on straight up like this here. Unique don't give a fuck about his son. Because you know why? Remember when him and Rock were at the park? Remember what he said? Like, Rock, you and your son, you got a connection. And my son, we don't have no connection like that. So when somebody say that they don't have no connection like that, come on now, put 1 and 2 together. Think about it. He basically said it right then and there. Basically, whatever. It is what it is. Then you go back, people talking about, he coming to kids. What about that shit that popped off at that diner? Episode 1. I don't give a flying flip and funk. Bullets, whether shooting in the air or what, anything. When you come in there, you busting shots in somebody's vicinity, I don't care what you say. That's like war. That's war. And I'm gonna be honest with you. Marvin's daughter was there. Rock's son was there. Famous was there. His daggone sister was there. So my thing is, Unique did not care then. He gonna make up a damn excuse to my, it was the young and such. Nah. Kanan saw $120 in the back of that car. He sure did. Kanan messed up his own self. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. This whole thing is going on, and I'm, a lot of YouTubers, which I'm going to give credit to 2 females that straight up said the real truth about it. Nita the Diva and Muchella. They both of them keep stating, if Kanan wouldn't have did what he did, Rock would not be in the situation that she's in now. And the whole thing where like they saying, she murdered D-Wiz, no. D-Wiz did that to herself. Because honestly, D-Wiz did not need to gas Kanan up about, those were your mom's corners. Unique done took your mom's corners. If I'm be honest with you. If D Wiz would have minded his own damn business, it wouldn't have been no issue. But obviously he didn't know how to mind his own business. He runs his mouth, and look where it got him. Lulu lullabied his ass, put him to sleep. Collateral damage. Can't blame Rock with that. D Wiz jumped out there. So yeah, that was my quick little synopsis of Marvin. And also, people don't realize, Rock was having a problem pushing her product. Kanan came up with the idea. Marvin put it in play. And it was working. It was working like a genius. Now, what happened was this here. Marvin was not there when they cut that coat. And I'm going to be honest with you. Kanan again stepped out of line. So a lot of stuff that's happening, it's because Kanan don't know how to stay in his lane. He don't know how to learn yet. You have the idea, but you give it to them and then they put it in play. Marvin had that play going right, the way Kanan, was saying, do it like that. He had that play right. But what happened? Everybody wants to be a chief, but they got to realize we gotta have more Indians than anything. Don't need to always have a whole bunch of chiefs. Well, that's my breakdown of the situation with Marvin going out, chopping and screwing up, Unique's car, and the breakdown of why things happen like this, because it's all Kanan. He's the one, the main linchpin of all this happening. Him and that damn D Wiz, rest in peace. Well, okay, people, you have a nice, wonderful, blessed evening. Tonight, my homeboy, Lamont Tyson, Life Gains channel, hit his channel up tonight, probably I think around like 9 o'clock. He normally comes on. That's on Monday, Tuesdays, and Fridays. Check my man out. The Life Game panels is no joke. No joke. Everybody, go to their channels. You got Muchella. She does reviews. Nita the Diva. You got Larry the Living Legend. Which Larry, my man. Even though he can be wild at times, some stuff he says, he's my man. He thinks he has got a very logical way of thinking. And I think like him, but I see both sides of the track. Then my man Jay Moore, a solid dude. His show is, very, very, very. You go on his, YouTube page, you'll see so much Jay Moore's reviews. He does a lot. And then there's Miss K. Miss K, I've been checking out her channel. I've been on there going, on there checking out her stuff. Her stuff is good. We had some, conversations in the comments when we were talking about the Marvin thing. So yeah, everybody that's on that Life Games tip, they good people. B. Avery, all of them. But I'm gonna be honest with you. Everybody plays their part. But I'm gonna tell you, Lamont, they all like Voltron. And when they all form together, Lamont is the head. I can't lie, he's a good dude. Well, hopefully anybody that sees this, we'll be seeing you tonight on the Life Games platform. Just try it. Come on there, Lamont Tyson page, Life Games. Check it out. Okay, have a blessed night.